Top one, ladies. My name is Chaz, and welcome. Make sure to, yeah. So, welcome to the What If Deku Was Trapped in the Between Worlds. When, like how Forge from, or I think that's his name. I'm trying to remember. Is it Forge or, yeah. Well, this guy from the X-Men Evolution TV show where he was trapped in. But in this What If, usually Zuko would go through with something different. Because he was born in that world, the one that he'll be trapped in. So, let's begin. I'm also adding Jimmy so to keep things balanced. Like all things should be. So, yeah. So, let's begin. Zuko and Jimmy were born. But because Zuko was in the paradox thing, or what, not paradox, the pause time thing, he was born before Zumi was. But Zumi, they always see, not cousin, it's just her parents could only see Zumi, not Zuko. Because Zuko was in a alternate, or like between dimension. And Zuko actually has a quirk similar to his parents. Dragon's breath, I like to call it. Or most people want to see it in action. And yeah, Zuko, who learns how to speak English. Yeah. He always used the real world, or real world. Yeah. So, yeah. And they classified Zumi as a only child. Because they don't see Zuko. It's literally, yeah, when she was growing up, it's basic, or when, of course, time goes different in the universe thing. And Zuko was, or when Zumi was 3, Zuko was 4. Or no, actually 5. Age 5. Yeah, because time flows different. Because his body has aged up so much. So yeah, it's how, so he uses, or he could see them, and he could feel the people, but he can't, or they can't see him or hear him, or they can't even feel him, because as he's slowly losing his mind as he grabs a book. But he couldn't grab a book because he could phase right through like solid objects. Like as he lays down on a bench somewhere far away. Eh? Like in the park. As he's thinking to himself, he really wants to be back to or he wants to be born with just normal, you know what I mean. He wants to be like, he wants to see some movement. Or in that universe, he does see some movement. Like how Ford always sees like a hologram. Or like illusions of people walking. Yeah, like that. He could see them. And he wants to be, yeah. He even, when he was a toddler, he learned how to change his own diaper in that between dimension. And yeah. So, yeah. As days go on, now a time skip. Zumi at 15. Zuku is at 20. Honey. So, yeah. Because of time thing, I'm not going to go into details of it. Just roll with it. So Zumi, he goes to UA. And Zuku is right behind her, encouraging her to be a grown-up. And she did get one for all from All Might. But yeah. And plus, they don't know that Zuku is. So, yeah. So then Zuku ends up. He knows about One for All because he kept a watchful eye on his sister, and he never heard of All Might. He only had not seen anything. Like, he only watched the videos of All Might, but not really met him. So, yeah. So, Zuku, who promises himself that he will get out of here. So, yeah. Before he loses his oven-loving mind. So, he's having a panic attack before. So he walks over. And he sees a lab, abandoned lab. because Zumi was as the in like going to UA, and Zuko's trying to find a way to like reach her. So he ends up using, because he couldn't like go through solid objects, or he couldn't go through people, but he could go through like lasers without setting them off. So yeah. So then the Zuko ends up creating an army, or actually he focuses his because he has the powers of infinity and zero, but he doesn't know that. So he's trying to like reach the controls as he grabs a phone, and he calls the Zumi's number, because as he's seen what her number was. As Zumi answers the phone before school, or before, and yeah, thank goodness, and the as he comes up with a fake name, name for him. So his sister, is like, is this Zumi Doria? Yeah. I'm no, I'm not a detective or anything, but there's always, or my, or someone wants to talk to you about something. It's your brother. Azumi's like, that's impossible. I'm the only child. As Zuko's actual voice comes out. Yeah. I knew that, little sister. Her. Here's the thing. You weren't born with, or you weren't the only child. You actually had, I'm going to give you a bare minimal. I'm trapped in, or I was born in this alternate, or like between dimension. That's why rest of you thought you and, or he thought you were the only child. No. Both of us were born at the same time. As Inko was like, what's wrong? Is that Inko that I hear her in the background? Or is that our mother? Yeah. Where are you? I'm standing in front of you. if you like. And I can tell her where you're standing. You're in your living room. Standing in the living room. You're walking out to the front of a deck. And that's scary. Where are you? As she sticks her hand out. As as she basically touched him, but in the chest. But she doesn't feel it. But he does. And he says, you who touched me right on the chest. So you're standing right here, right? Yes. But you're in the where you're in this world. How will I put it? Here. And I'm walking towards the table. Okay. So then he walks over to a table. He grabs a pen. As Inko is freaking out, like, there's a ghost. And plus Sasashi's trying to do the same thing. Or he's like, what's going on? So he drew a picture of two stickmen and if I wanted to, I could have just draw what he was. How long has this been human? Yep. So, yeah. So, basically, picture in your head, or imagine you drew two stickmen side by side, like opposites towards each other's, and draw a glass mirror. And that's what he drew. And Zumi's like, and Inko's like, wait, so you're in, so you're in between dimension thing? Yes. Azumi's like, oh crud. How can we get you out of there? Well, I'm trying to figure that out myself. Because I really I'm slowly losing my insanity. As Inko was like, wherever you are, please don't lose your insanity. And then he. So, yeah. So Zuko and Zumi. So Zumi was like, wherever you are, we'll find where. So she's excited that she actually has a brother. And Sashi thought it was a scam at first. But then when he knew where, and when Zuko looks over at Hisashi, and he did tell Zumi that Sashi is really confusing or confused. Who could really blame him? Yeah, where are you seeing this so, or you're seeing our dad, but where is? I'm right in front of Link. I just walked over to him. I'm right in front of him. Yeah. So basically, yeah. So Zuko ends up, Sashi's like, hey, trying to find where he's at. We will find a way to bring you into to this side, son. Because he always wanted a son, but when, like, way before, he knew that he had twins, like Zuko and Zumi. He knew that Zumi was the girl. He didn't want a girl. He wanted a son to play with. Like playing baseball or soccer, not a girl. Plus, so they go home, or let's time skip to, because most of this is just boring stuff. And yeah, and Zuko did kill the Nomu, whom during the USJ. So some time skipping all the way to All Might versus All for One, and as All for One found a way to be in his prime. And Prime All for One tells All Might that it's time for him to die. Or, no, it's time for you to die. Yeah. As he's about to shoot a beam of light. But Zuko, because he was still in the between dimension, he ran over to All for One, bends his arm straight up into the air as it shot, not at a helicopter, but away from it. As when it went off, as All for One, and it's like, what was that? And Zuko had an earpiece in, because he called All for One. Hold on one second. Let me take this phone call. As he, who's this? I'm Zuko Midoriya. And I really don't like how you abducted one of my friends. Hens. So, and I'm already here. I'm standing right in front of you. And a reason why your arm went all the way up, and then blast at the sky is because of me. If you're here, why can't I sense a quirk on you? Do you have an invisibility that I don't know about? No. I won't tell you because yeah. So, Zuko, who punching him around, or let's begin our fight. As they see All For One getting punched around, like, because he can't see him, or he can't even feel him. So because he's punching mannequin doll that's like looks like All For One, and Zuko punches him around so that he grabs All For One, he flies up, as he says, now, as he put in the earpiece for, as he gets slammed down. Yeah. Ezuku just like pulls his hand back and punched right through All For One with enough force. It obliterated All For One in an instant. And so the support course students, or as Nezu's like, okay, this kid or whoever's doing that is probably. But then when they, like, Azumi, he tells or asks one of the pro hero teachers things of the support course to do her one thing, as she tells him that the whole reason why that she wants the portals to be made, is so that, or make a device to have her own brother back, or to have her brother in this world, or back into the original dimension. So, yeah, Zuko ends up, so they're like, as Zumi says, my brother's trapped in an alternate dimension thing where he could see us talking, but we can't see him or hear him or feel him. But he could hear us and he could feel us. As they're like, okay, if your brother's in trouble, so they made a machine. They did test it, like throw an apple and then a full-size pig, or not full-size, but the dead pig in, as he says, as Zuko steps through the portal. As Zuko was, give me a minute to find a picture of what Zuko would look like. Because when he was 15, or no, when he's 20, I'm trying to find the picture. Where is he? Where is he? Okay. Because I know that he was... Here it is. He's, in his 20s. And he came out, and everyone, because they put it in a backyard, or in a fake city, and students were like, they want to meet Zumi's brother. No. So then when Zuko comes out of a portal, he looks like that guy. That looks pretty good. Good job, little sister. As every girl that was like, except for his sister, all of the girls had nosebleeds as they fell backwards. When they saw what Zuko looks like. He's pretty tall for a 20-year-old. So, yeah. His own as he feels much better, as he hangs out with his sister and his family, as Zuko, so Sashi's like wondering how did you get trapped in that dimension? I wasn't really trapped. I was born in that dimension. See okay? So it was really hard for me to open gifts and during Zuko's birthday thing, it was hard for him to even get Zumi anything. So Sashi looks at him and like, so you were around us the entire time without us even knowing it? Yeah. It's pretty scary. And he was, I'm making him straight, not like, I'm not gonna make him like what the grapefruit kid is. Or the human Pikachu guy, where they're just being weirdos. I'm not making him weird. But he has seen some weird stuff. Like one time when he went in, he accidentally went into a girl's bathroom. And saw like, I don't want to say it. But he only went in there to use the bathroom. So, yeah. So then So when Inko and Sashi and the whole Class 1A, Class 1B decided to get Zuko something for his birthdays. Or like, and Inko says, "How old are you?" Well, let's think about this. Because I was born in that world home, and time flows differently in that universe. I'm in my 20s. Zumi, my sister, is in 15. So 5 years apart. And they're like, holy crud, you're 20? Yeah. When Zumi was 5, I was 10. And so, yeah. Whoa. They're like, holy crud. It must have been really hard for you to celebrate your birthday. Yeah. But also in that universe, I was also losing my loving mind. Because I could physically see ya, but the rest of ya were standing around and doing like your own things. I could have, and yeah. And the Nomu, who that was at USJ, Zumi, you know how you saw like its head got blown off, like exploded? Yeah, that was me. I made some explosive and put right into the Nomu's brain. That's their weak point is. Ooh. So, yeah. So everybody hangs out with him, but gets better to know him. As Bakugo's like, man, and you've been trapped in there for a long time. Yeah. And I believe that you really like my sister that much. Right? Yes. How did you know, first of all? As Bakugo looks at him with the, how did you know that? And Zuko just looks at him like, really? As he walks away. Because they know, or they forgot that he was trapped in, or he was born in a universe where, or like between worlds, where he could see everybody and, yeah. As Bakugo's like, I forgot that you were trapped or born in that world. So then of course, Todoroki had the same feelings for Zumi. So Zumi didn't know that the Bakugo and Todoroki wanted her to be their wives. So basically a double date. Kind. So, but that also goes for Zuko because the Momo and Ochako, and of course, almost every girl. That includes Penny, I keep pronouncing her name wrong. Here. Hold on, make sure. Yeah. So, please wait for part 2 to be filmed.